Hi guys, our recipe for today is a French macarons. So on the table, here are our ingredients. So I had my 3 egg whites, the 200 grams of almond milk, and 200 grams of icing sugar, and another 3 egg whites for the paste, and I had my 200 grams of granulated white sugar and a third cup of water. First is we're going to sieve our almond milk and the icing sugar. In my bowl, I have my sifter and my large bowl that I'm going to sift the almond milk. So I had my almond milk here. I'm gonna sift them so they don't create heaps of lumps. When you're making French macarons, make sure that you have to sift this almond milk because they were a soft, to create a soft textures on the cookies. So you just have to press the rest. And then, if you find the rest that they're already a bit too rough, just separate them into your bowl. Okay. Next is I'm gonna combine this into my almond milk, the icing sugar. I'm also gonna sift them. Make sure both of your dry ingredients are sifted. Okay. Then I'll just give it a stir to incorporate together. And then, once they are all incorporated, I'm gonna add the 3 egg whites into my dry ingredients. And then I combine them. So this will create as a paste. like this. Next is I'm gonna make a sugar syrup to mix into our meringue. Like I'm gonna make an Italian meringue to combine into our almond milk paste. In my saucepan, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of water and the 200 grams of sugar. So at this stage, I'm gonna put this in the stove, and then I'll have to let it heat the syrup into 115 degrees using my candy thermometer. And then once I reach that stage, I'm gonna whip the egg whites, and then I'm gonna pour this into the whipping egg whites so we can create a Italian meringue. In my stove, I just had a low heat of fire, and I'm not gonna stir in the sugar and water. I just let it there sit until it dissolves, and then I'm gonna use my thermometer, if you had one like this, and then if it reach into 115 degrees, then you turn off the stove, and then your syrup is ready. In my stand mixer, make sure your bowl is really clean and your your whisk attachment. And then I'm gonna pour the remaining 3 egg whites into the bowl, and gonna whip this for about 1 minute. And then I'm gonna put my speed into a low speed, and then I will gradually add the syrup into our meringue into a very slow procedure, so it doesn't curdle your egg. So this method is like you're cooking the egg white using your sugar syrup. Oops. And then I'm gonna pump up the speed. And then I'll beat this until 10 minutes. Until the meringue mixtures will reach into a thick and glossy. So at this point, we're nearly close. So I'm gonna add my food coloring, and I'm using the Americolor avocado. So I'm just gonna squeeze a small amount. And then it changes the texture. You can see when it's nearly close, when your meringue has a pointed end on the on your whisk attachment. Okay, so I'll just sit this back again and just whip for a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna add a little bit of color. Okay guys, here is what I am talking about. When the meringue mixtures has already had a pointed at the end, meaning the consistency is ready. Okay, so next is I'm going to add this into our almond paste mixture. So I'm just gonna shift this around. And then we're going to fold the meringue into our almond milk paste. Alright, so I'm gonna have to start folding our meringue into our almond paste. So just fold them very gently. So until all the mixtures will incorporate. And while you're doing this, preheat your oven into 150 Celsius in gas mark or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And then prepare all your baking tray like that. I already had ready this one. And then your piping bag. When I come back, once I have incorporate all the ingredients, I'll show you the consistency of our almond paste and the meringue when it's ready. Okay guys, so here are the correct consistency of our butter for the cookies. So make sure you do not overmix or undermix the butter. So when you lift the spatula and then you notice that like that, when you drop the butter into your ball and it looks like a lava, so meaning this cookie batter is ready. Okay, so that method, it tells you if you overmix, the fat won't create on the cookies, the ridge, meaning the ridge of the cookies. And I'll show you the finished product later, the one that I am talking about. Okay, so I had here in my prepared piping bag. I'm gonna put some into my piping bag. I'm gonna pipe this into our baking tray. Just gonna add some more. And that's my baking tray. And then you're gonna pipe them into the tray. Okay, so on the 90-degree angle. Egg, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull, squeeze and pull. So when they are already on the tray, we'll just give it a tap on your tray to release the air bubbles. And then we'll set the cookie batter for 30 minutes, and then we'll bake this in 15 minutes on 150 degrees Celsius. Alright, I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product.